Hi, I'm Aisha. You are watching Educational Hub. Today we discuss about how to write case study. What is case study? Types of case study. Benefits and limitations of case study. Where to find data for case study. Sections of case study. Let's start. Find data for case study. Section.
First we discuss, what is case study? A case study is an in-depth study of one person, group, or event. In a case study, nearly every aspect of the subject's life and history is analyzed to seek patterns and causes of behavior. Case studies can be used in a variety of fields including psychology, medicine, education, anthropology, political science, and social work.
Here are benefits and limitations of case study. A case study can have both strengths and weaknesses. Researchers must consider these pros and cons before deciding if this type of study is appropriate for their needs. One of the greatest advantages of a case study is that it allows researchers to investigate things that are often difficult to impossible to replicate in a lab. Some other benefits of a case study. Allows researchers to collect a great deal of information. Give researchers the chance to collect information on rare or unusual cases. Allows researchers to develop hypotheses that can be explored in experimental research. On the negative side, a case study cannot necessarily be generalized to the larger population. Cannot demonstrate cause and effect. May not be scientifically rigorous. Can lead to bias. Researchers may choose to perform a case study if they are interested in exploring a unique or recently discovered phenomenon. The insights gained from such research can then help the researchers develop additional ideas and study questions that might then be. Here we discuss types of case study. 1. Collective case studies. These involve studying a group of individuals. Researchers might study a group of people in a certain setting or look at an entire community of people. 2. Descriptive case studies. These involve starting with a descriptive theory. The subjects are then observed and the information gathered is compared to the pre-existing theory. 3. Explanatory case studies. These are often used to do causal investigations. In other words, researchers are interested in looking at factors that may have actually caused certain things to occur. 4. Exploratory case studies. These are sometimes used as a prelude to further, more in-depth research. This allows researchers to gather more information before developing their research questions and hypotheses. 5. Instrumental case studies. These occur when the individual or group allows researchers to understand more than what is initially obvious to observers. 6. Intrinsic case studies. This type of case study is when the researcher has a personal interest in the case. Jean Piaget's observations of his own children are good examples of how an intrinsic case study can contribute to the development of a psychological theory. Now going to our main topic. How to write a case study. There are also different methods that can be used to conduct a case study, including prospective and retrospective case study methods. Prospective case study methods are those in which an individual or group of people is observed in order to determine outcomes. For example, a group of individuals might be watched over an extended period of time to observe the progression of a particular disease. Retrospective case study methods involve looking at historical information. For example, researchers might start with an outcome, such as a disease, and then work their way backward to look at information about the individual's life to determine risk factors that may have contributed to the onset of the illness. Step 1. Select a case. Once you have developed your problem statement and research questions, you should be ready to choose the specific case that you want to focus on. A good case study should have the potential to 1. Provide new or unexpected insights into the subject. 2. Challenge or complicate existing assumptions and theories. 3. Propose practical courses of action to resolve a problem. 4. Open up new directions for future research. Unlike quantitative or experimental research, a strong case study does not require a random or representative sample. Step 2. Build a theoretical framework. While case studies focus more on concrete details than general theories, they should usually have some connection with theory in the field. This way the case study is not just an isolated description, but is integrated into existing knowledge about the topic. It might aim to 1. Exemplify a theory by showing how it explains the case under investigation. 2. Expand on a theory by uncovering new concepts and ideas that need to be incorporated. 3. Challenge a theory by exploring an outlier case that doesn't fit with established assumptions. To ensure that your analysis of the case has a solid academic grounding, you should conduct a literature review of sources related to the topic and develop a theoretical framework. This means identifying key concepts and theories to guide your analysis and interpretation. Step 3. Collect your data. There are many different research methods you can use to collect data on your subject. Case studies tend to focus on qualitative data using methods such as interviews, observations, and analysis of primary and secondary sources. For example, newspaper articles, photographs, official records. Sometimes a case study will also collect quantitative data. Example of a mixed methods case study: for a case study of a wind farm development in a rural area, you could collect quantitative data on employment rates and business revenue, collect qualitative data on local people's perceptions and experiences, and analyze local and national media coverage of the development. The aim is to gain as thorough an understanding as possible of the case and its context. Step 4. Describe and analyze the case. In writing up the case study, you need to bring together all the relevant aspects to give as complete a picture as possible of the subject. How you report your findings depends on the type of research you are doing. Some case studies are structured like a standard scientific paper or thesis, with separate sections or chapters for the methods, results, and discussion. Others are written in a more narrative style, aiming to explore the case from various angles and analyze its meanings and implications, for example, by using textual analysis or discourse analysis. In all cases, though, make sure to give contextual details about the case, connect it back to the literature and theory, and discuss how it fits into wider patterns or debates. Where to find data for case study? There are a number of different sources and methods that researchers can use to gather information about an individual or group. The 6 major sources that have been identified by researchers are: 1. Archival records, census records, survey records, and name lists are examples of archival records. 2. Direct observation. This strategy involves observing the subject, often in a natural setting. While an individual observer is sometimes used, it is more common to utilize a group of observers. 3. Documents. Letters, newspaper articles, administrative records, etc., are the types of documents often used as sources. 4. Interviews. Interviews are one of the most important methods for gathering information in case studies. An interview can involve structured survey questions or more open-ended questions. 5. Participant observation. When the researcher serves as a participant in events and observes the actions and outcomes, it is called participant observation. 6. Physical artifacts. Tools, objects, instruments, and other artifacts are often observed during a direct observation of the subject. When you are writing a case study, you should also include a section where you discuss the case study itself, including the strengths and limitations of the study. You should note how the findings of your case study might support previous research. In your discussion section, you should also describe some of the implications of your case study. What ideas or findings might require further exploration? How might researchers go about exploring some of these questions in additional studies?
Thank you for watching. I hope you can easily understand that what is case study, and how to write case study. Like, share and subscribe my channel for more informative videos about research.